Chuck Yancey Lifetime Achievement Award. And between Jan and his team, they have broken all records tonight and raised nearly $75,000 themselves.
Thank you very much for this beautiful award. Lifetime award. I usually come to this party and I'm one of the guys in the back, so I'm not really listening to what people say, but I guess this is payback time. Also, I prepared a speech for a half an hour, and this morning Peter told me you got only 5 minutes. So, okay. First I want to thank a few special people at Kikkerland that helped us raise so much money for Gift for Life, which is Perrine and Carolina. And then I want to thank another person, and that's the person who raised most money, and that is, of course, is our CFO, Mr. Lauren Roller. So, when Peter told me you only got 5 minutes, it's really because people in the gift industry, they have a very short attention span. So I'll keep it short, and I thought that maybe I'll tell you a little story about how Kikkerland started. A long time ago, I was going on my bicycle, bringing some vases, and then my friend told me, you're doing it all wrong. You know, you shouldn't be buying stuff from other people, you should make it. Make it yourself. And this is when my friend and I walked into a store, and it was called Dot Zero, and it was the owner is Kevin. He's somewhere hiding around here, I don't know where he is. And we asked him about a critter that he had on his desk. And I asked him, Kevin, who makes that critter? And he said, well, it's from Chico. Chico is from Brazil, but he went back, and we can't get him anymore. And Kevin was nice enough to give me the address from Chico, and I wrote him a letter. And Chico was nice enough to send me a letter back. And he said, yeah, sure, Jan, if you want to make the critter yourself, go ahead. I can't get those mechanisms anymore. So he gave me the permission to make the critter. And this is the first time I planned my trip to China. And I allowed myself 7 days to look for a factory. And every day I would go visit 2 factories, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And everywhere I went, the factory owner said, yeah, I can make it. But they couldn't really make it. They said they could make it. And then the last day was on a Friday afternoon. It was the day that my flight was going back to New York. I came to a factory, and yes, there I saw this little mechanism that is needed for the production of the critter. And I said, yippee, great. And I negotiated a price with the factory owner, which was an older lady. The factory was an 80-year-old wind-up factory. All at once I looked at my watch and said, oh my God, my plane is leaving. So I rushed out of the door, and the lady says, wait a minute, there's one more thing. She gave me all the pricing and everything. But she said, I asked, well, what is it? I gotta hurry. And she said, it's the MOQ. MOQ? What is an MOQ? I never heard of an MOQ. And then she said, the minimum order quantity. Minimum order quantity? What is the minimum order quantity? 20-foot container, she said. And then I asked for how many pieces go in a 20-foot container. And then she quickly made a calculation, and she said, 200,000 pieces. So I said, okay, I'll see you, make the sample. And I went back quickly, I made my flight. And when I got back to New York 2 weeks later, yes, there, I got the samples, and they were exactly like the ones from Chico, so I was very happy. And right at the same time, I had a show, I think it was in San Francisco, and I put the little critters on the shelf, and the first day a little man came by and he started playing with them. And he said, "Oh, that's nice, yeah, it's nice, they walk, they dance," and he was very happy, and I gave him the prize. He said, "Oh, that's good, but I said, "You can buy them." And then he said, "No, I don't think I can buy from you." He said, "Why not?" "Well, you know, we have 200 stores. I don't think you can meet the demand." And then he said, I asked him, "Well, how many do you need?" And he said, 200,000 pieces. So that was the beginning of Kikkerland. And you know, what I learned from this business is that, yes, you need to be a little bit lucky. You also need to have a little intuitivity, or whatever you call it, and a little bit of guts. So I'm very happy to be honored with this award. I hope my 5 minutes is up, but you know, we're very happy to give back and do things like this, and it's been a great honor, and I want to thank you all for supporting this good cause. So thank you very much. Thank you.